Hey everyone, this is Rob.
And Michelle.
And welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast and everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. Alright, so this week up on the docket we have, of course, as always, our account progress. So we'll be going over that, stuff we've been doing this week, keep you up to date on what's been going on with us. And then this week, sadly, there is not an update. There is a little bit of a jam session going over at Jamflex. So
Stupid.
they are working on coming up with hopefully new and cool ideas. So they are not going to be having an update this week. And they let us know about this last week. So that's nice to have a little bit of notice.
Yep. Still a bummer though.
Yeah. That being said, there are some interesting things going on over on Twitter that we're going to be talking about. And also there is going to be
some drama.
Definitely kind of some annoying stuff that we're going to be talking about.
Oh, yes. We have thoughts.
Yeah, definitely have
regarding
thoughts.
membership prices.
Yes. And obviously, if you've been playing at all, or if you look at anything that has anything to do with RuneScape, then you probably know what we're talking about. But we'll be going over that, as well as the Gildner Gazette. So there was another one for March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of crazy
You
that
mean
they...
April?
No, for March. It literally says March 2022.
What's the date? Why is it so late? I thought it was supposed to be at the beginning.
I think maybe they just missed it and are going back in time.
Or maybe they
do
it at the end. I honestly don't remember.
No, I think they do it at the end.
But you had me tripping. I was like, is it March right now?
No, because this Gazette came out pretty much a week ago, right after we finished the last podcast.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was on March 31st. So
okay.
technically it was
so
for March.
Confused for a second.
Yeah, they come out on the last day of the month, I guess.
Okay.
And then we'll be finishing up with a Q&A, which is pretty cool because they have we can do a little bit of combination Q&A again because they did have a little bit of a mod stream to kind of keep us up to date, even though they are doing their little jam session. They did keep us up to date and answer a few questions from the community. So we'll be combining that along with a few questions that we have this week for ourselves.
Perfect.
But before we get into any of that, Michelle, how's it going?
Very well, I would say. So I got the Abyssal Needle.
Nice.
Biggest gains of all time. I don't totally understand how this pouch works. I swear, sometimes I was getting 40 cents, it was 35, and I never had to repair it. I don't know what's happening.
It should always be 40.
Yeah, clearly I'm going through it over here.
Oh,
but
okay. I mean, you haven't played that many games with it, right?
No, I've only played 4 games with it. My rune crafting right now, it's still at 88, but I'm only 123,000 away from being level 89, which is cool.
Nice.
Which is actually going to be insane that I'm going to have 90 rune crafting.
Yeah, that's going to be really big.
I never thought I'd get past 86. I thought maybe I'll get 99 eventually, but it'll be the last skill.
I don't know what it is, but I think 91 is kind of a big milestone for rune crafting. I forgot why.
You probably get extra blood runes or something.
I think that's double natures or something like that.
It's just something big.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
I know it's not huge, but it might be double natures because I think that's what people used to do for money making a lot.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I could be misremembering that. I don't have the game up right now.
Speaking of you not knowing that, someone called us out on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Can we mention this?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, somebody gave us a 1-star review. So if you guys like our podcast and you use Apple Podcasts, a nice review would be appreciated to get our little average up.
Yeah.
They specifically called out Robert for sometimes getting information wrong.
Yeah. I didn't read it, but...
They don't like your tone.
I do know that I am not an encyclopedia, whether you like it or not.
And
apparently you don't like it.
It was funny because they basically said, you kind of talk like you're... I don't remember exactly what they said, but you're superior to people, and I'm like, oh, that's just how he talks.
No, yeah.
You don't do it, he doesn't do it in a mean way. He's just a confident talker.
Yeah, to say something as bluntly as possible is that I know I talk very forward and directly and confident even if I'm not. Yes. And that's just the way I talk. And I know some people don't like that. And also, I kind of don't care because that's just how I've always talked.
That's just how you talk. You can't really change how you talk.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that before in the past about I don't know, anything that I talk about. Sometimes I'll just whether I'm more excited about it or whether I know most of it and just ramble on about it, even though I don't really know that much about it, which is kind of all of RuneScape because I feel there's a million facets to everything in this game. But yeah, I don't know. That's just the way I talk.
He just talks very confidently. It's kind of funny. I always make fun of him because at our old job, Robert doesn't like sports. He's not into sports, and people would ask him about sports.
Yeah.
And he would just say random things that the most vague statements, but he'd say it so confidently. They're like, "Oh yes, we are having a conversation about sports ball," and I'm like, "You guys don't understand. He doesn't even like it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything."
I actually don't know where I picked that up.
It's so weird. It's really funny.
Maybe it's like the fake it till you make it thing that I just like
Yeah, you went hardcore on it.
have like embodied to some extent. But no, I've definitely got that. I've also gotten it where like people say that like I am like outwardly intimidating to them, and
I thought you were intimidating when I first met you, and now I realize that that's just how you talk, and it's kind of funny.
No, yeah, 100%. It's the thing where like people have impressions of you without knowing you, and that's just how it is. Like you might think like someone is like, I guess like a really easy trope is like someone is like a really like girly or effeminate guy, but could be into like the most hardcore. Like they might just be into axe throwing or something. Like
yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
don't
obviously,
judge a book by a cover, and don't judge Robert by his voice.
yeah, obviously you might not like me either way, but that's just how it is, I guess.
I like that. We're basically like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He just talks like that.
Yeah, I mean, I do know some of what I say most of the time. Like, I definitely don't claim to know. I mean, I'm not Max, so I definitely don't know everything about the game. And especially the game is...
We usually do disclaimers after we say stuff. We're like, well, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the game is definitely like nearly as old as I am, so there's no shot that I'm going to know everything about it.
Yeah.
But I definitely try sometimes.
Yeah, but if you guys like us and you use iPhones, a review would be nice. We're like 3.7. We got one good review after that.
Yeah, big review.
But I'd rather our rating not be low, so would appreciate.
Michelle told me about this. I didn't even look at it just because like I don't know. Like I do care that we do our best, but I don't care if it's like personally about me.
I just care in that I'm afraid that will influence people and make them not want to listen to us in the future if they if they don't even read the review and just see that, because like we had a 5-star before that, so just see that we had like 3 stars. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because I probably wouldn't listen to a podcast if I saw that.
Oh, okay. I don't ever. That's funny. I've never looked at the ratings for any podcasts I've listened to.
I only do on like Apple because it's just there anyway.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Funny enough, I think it's probably because I like don't search out podcasts in that way. Like I'll search out a podcast because I've heard of it.
Yeah, you just happen to stumble upon them from other people, huh?
Yeah, like I'll either hear it from someone or know of someone in it already, which is like enough for me to be convinced to want to look at it.
Yeah, every podcast I've listened to, all like 3, I've like searched out and found them.
Oh, that's funny.
I think maybe 1 I've heard of it. But yeah, got super sidetracked there. But anyway.
Yeah, finish. Let us know what else has been going on with you.
Yeah, so I got the Abyssal Needle. I got it at around 390 rewards, which is like 90 over the drop rate, which is bleh. But I'm glad I got it. So that's cool. And then
that's the gigantic pouch. Is that what it is?
Colossal pouch.
Colossal.
I was like something really dramatic.
Oh, I think gigantic is from World of Warcraft. It's like one of the biggest bags you could get early on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like a really big deal to have it, I think.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got that, and then soon after, I kind of wanted to take a break from there. Because
You're done with the minigame?
No, I'm not done with it. But it's like that thing where as soon as I get it, I'm like, well, now I want the lantern.
You're like, no, there's no point in even playing.
Basically. But I have the rope bottoms now. I don't remember if I had that last week. So
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I'm halfway to the outfit.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What pieces do you have?
I have the hat and the rope bottoms. I'm going to get the boots next, and I'm getting the top last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like to get the more expensive stuff first, usually. I got the hat first, though, just because I wanted to be able to see it.
Oh, yeah. It's cool. It's like a wizard hat.
Yeah. And I would do my boots last because they're like the most anticlimactic, but I want to wear the Varric plate body until last second.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate. I
feel like they should give you the Varric plate body boost with it.
Yeah, I still wonder which one would be like better depending on what you're going for. Whether
I don't know.
I mean, I think money wise and reward wise, I think the raiment outfit would be better. But I think maybe XP wise, it might be the
But the outfit looks so pretty. I'm gonna have to wear it.
Yeah, of course. I don't think it'll make big enough difference where it doesn't really matter. Probably just preference.
Especially if you have a nice pickaxe.
Yeah,
it should be fine.
And I think because you only get 10% for each piece of armor, and then you get 60% for the whole effect, so it might be better just to wear the whole outfit, the whole minigame outfit.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wear the entire thing once I get it. It's just taking me longer than expected.
Yeah. No, I definitely know what you mean. I've been doing the same grind.
I saw somebody made, I don't remember if I said this last week or if I was talking about on stream, but somebody made a good point that I saw on Twitter, which is that it doesn't make sense for the lantern to be so rare because the benefits of the lantern are just like to get you more points.
Yeah, by the time you use it, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, you already have your outfit, and it's like, okay, I mean, it's cool to get more rewards, but it's not like stuff that will really help you anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of how, unfortunately, that seemingly is like how a lot of rewards are in this game is like you don't get it until you don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of exactly how like, I don't know. I feel like that's how a lot of the diary rewards are. Maybe not the diary rewards,
diary
but
rewards are sick.
The combat achievement rewards, where I feel like they're not super like
oh yeah, like the breaks and the amount of kill counts for the God War dungeon and stuff.
Yeah, where like you have to
it's like you're not really concerned about it anymore
because you have to have killed and done like perfectionist versions of all the bosses in order to even get the lessered KC or the custom instance for each boss. And I feel like at that point you kind of already have like hundreds or thousands of KC at these bosses.
Actually, yeah.
So it's like kind of don't want to go back unless you plan on playing for like another like 5 to 10 years or something like that.
Which we will be here.
Yeah, I mean they probably at that point they probably will be playing.
Yeah.
But, I mean let's be honest, but it's still kind of funny how like it does seem like a lot of rewards are like, oh, it's really cool now that you've already beat the game.
And now you don't want to go back here.
I mean that's literally the epitome of the max cape, right?
Actually, yes.
It's like, oh, you beat the game. Here you go. Here's the thing that would make
now I can
beating
finally
the game
start playing.
so much easier. Yeah.
It's just a little depressing.
It's
but that's
fine.
Funny. But yeah, I will probably go back to mini games some more. I've kind of not been sure what I want to do right now.
Yeah.
But I was playing some Phasmo. I played a lot of Phasmo this week. I did a lot of solo Phasmo, even on big maps. And nice. I survived most of the time. It was pretty impressive.
That's cool. It means you're getting better. Or you're getting lucky.
I'm getting better.
Oh, okay.
I even did professional a few times, I'll have you know.
Oh, no Nightmare?
No, I never do Nightmare alone. I only did it that one time when Betty White killed me.
Oh, Betty.
I usually do intermediate, to be honest. But yeah, I did professional. I did some like last night too. And it's fun. It's a little scary, of course, but not too bad. And yeah, I was enjoying that. Then I kind of was getting over Phasmo a little bit. And I went back to RuneScape. And I was working on Slayer last night. But I feel like at a weird standstill where I'm like, I kind of want to like almost play something new, but I don't know what I want to play.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Do you ever feel like that?
I mean, all the time.
I was like, wait, that's like your personality.
Yeah,
here.
Obviously I play a lot of games, so I'm kind of like, I think
I don't want to like start a new game like a forever type game. I want to do like fun little games that are like no commitment, you know?
Yeah. You know, I was watching, shout out to Bodhi, he's another streamer content creator, but they just made a video that I was watching yesterday or this morning. I forgot which one. But he's like super well known because he has like he's been playing since the game's existence.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he's been sick the past few weeks or even months. And so he hasn't been playing much, if at all. And a lot of people are wondering because he was big on hardcore Iron Man. He even said that in that video that he wasn't having fun unless he was playing on a hardcore because it's like, it's because he already has a max account. He's like, what's the point? Like, it just doesn't feel fun if you have multiple lives and stuff like that. But after they took like a break, he ended up coming back and wanting to play his main like more than ever. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And it kind of reminds me of you, like how like you get bored with certain aspects of the game, but maybe
I need a break.
Yeah, maybe you need a break. Like, because I mean, even Bodhi's taking breaks. Everyone's taking a break. There's no chance you're playing one game forever. Except unless you're like the 1 out of a million type of person that does that. Yeah,
it's hard to do that.
I think that's really normal to take breaks and find new passions in the game.
Yeah, I know. I need to figure out. The mini game was really fun, but now I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I saw somebody, this other streamer that I follow that they play Phasmo. Shout out, I think their name's Basie. But I was like watching their stream and they were playing this little game called Scribble It, which is basically like Pictionary, you just draw stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe I could find someone to play this with.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Just like a low stress game that like you could just pick up and off whenever you want. And it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Just for funsies thing. RuneScape's not for fun. Let's be real here. It's not.
It's super sweat.
It's work. But yeah, Just a lot of existential crises going on.
If any, do you want suggestions from people to see what you should play?
I'd be down for suggestions, but preferably free games because I don't got money.
Oh, okay.
But speaking of money, I did my first Instacart order the other day. I have to talk about real life stuff too, Robert.
Okay.
He rolled his eyes at me. Because obviously I haven't been working, so I'm actually very proud of myself. I made Robert go with me, though.
Sure did.
I would have been so much slower if he wasn't there, to be honest. But it was cool. Instacart, if you don't know, it's just like you buy groceries for people to deliver at their house.
Yeah.
I made 10 buckaroos, people. So basically, I'm going to be able to afford games soon. But
easy.
Keep it up. But yeah, I also have potentially I will be doing job interview for a part-time job soon. We'll see. We're making big gains here. Big real life gains.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm still going to keep streaming, though. I might have to change my streaming schedule if I do end up doing that.
Yeah, we are still going to keep doing the podcast and streaming and making videos and stuff like that. But
now we're going to pay our bills, too.
Yeah, we may also be able to pay our bills. So that's nice.
Yeah, we'll still be doing all the content creation because that's what we actually want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, sorry to say, but this podcast, while it is the most popular podcast in the world, does not pay the bills. Unfortunately,
I don't think we've made any money from the podcast.
No,
I think we've made like $1 technically in ads.
Yeah, but not a single cent have I seen. One of
my old friends from like high school in my hometown stopped by the stream the other day, and he was like, "Oh, do you like make money through this?" And I was laughing. I was like, "No, it's just for fun."
Yeah, no, definitely. All of our
Any money we've made has been from YouTube about New World.
All of our content is still essentially just passion projects.
Oh, yes.
Which is fine because that's how it started.
Because we are very passionate about it.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to like set up sub goals for the stream because I don't know. I've seen like other people do it more and it seems fun. Right now, inspired by somebody last night eating a strawberry cake. My goal is to get 50 subs and I'll bake a strawberry cake on stream.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't think,
it's going to be hard to set up. But
I was going to say, I don't think, but we definitely haven't done a cooking stream.
Yeah, so no, we cool. For sure haven't. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm like, am I going to have to do it at my desk somehow? Or like, I don't know. I'm going to have to use my phone. Just carry my phone around vlog style.
No, we'll definitely be able to figure it out.
It'll be annoying. I mean, first we have to get to 50 subs. We're at 25 right now.
Yeah.
But if any of you guys want to sub and see me bake a strawberry cake, and it will be vegan, so yum.
Yeah. Or don't sub and just hang out and watch the stream.
Yeah, just hang out. That too. I will also accept that. Twitch.tv/Bunebape. I stream 5 days a week, not Thursdays and Sundays, except for this Thursday tonight. I am going to stream because tomorrow we're going to go to Disneyland. Stream. Yes. I'm actually going to name the stream that Rare Thursday stream. But yeah, that's like 1,000,001 things, but that's what's been going on in my life.
Nice.
How are you doing, Roberino?
I'm doing pretty well. So I've actually been playing a lot of RuneScape recently.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, I have been doing quite a bit of the minigame on my main, and also I did a bit of AFKing at the fires, so I was able to get 95 attack. Woo! So I'm only 5 away until max melee, or 4 away until max melee.
Your defense 99?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so everything is 99 except for my mage. I'm 1 away on my range.
You could just do that anytime.
And then my prayer is only like 81.
Yeah, prayer's going to take a second.
My prayer and my mage are pretty far away, but I think
melee, you're nearly there.
Once I like find the time and like am not doing the stuff I'm focusing on right now, then I feel like I want to spend the money and the time in order to get up my mage and my
your
prayer.
Range. Oh.
No.
I was going to say, you could do that so fast.
Because my range, I'll get up eventually just by doing Vorkath and stuff like that. But which is pretty much how I've gotten to 99 anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really think I've done anything else range-based besides Vorkath in like so many like weeks or months or years at this point.
Decades.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, so I've been working on just a little bit of stuff here and there, mainly the minigame and some Firewatch Sentinels here and there, which is kind of like I'm doing it on purpose because I'm not playing the minigame always on my main, even though I should be. I'm like slacking on the video.
Yeah, you have a video. It's gonna be a little late, but it'll be there.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to make this video, and so I'm like keeping track of how many runes that I have. So I can't really do other things that would like make it so I spend runes. So I can't go to Vorkath because that costs chaoses and stuff to use Crumble Undead.
Maybe you just need to go like really hard and grind out.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously,
easier said than done.
I could definitely do that in like a couple days, but
I always say that and then I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of hard just sitting at a minigame, or at least for me, sitting at a minigame for like 3 days straight. It's just not something I'm super keen on doing all the time.
Even if you like doing the minigame, as soon as you feel like, oh, I have to be here, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's anything, right? Yeah. That's why they say don't make your hobby your job, or
which is what we're trying to do.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of different though. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on, and it's kind of, I mean, it's fun because I still like the mini game, and I'm still doing other stuff, but I also have my other accounts, which is kind of cool too because I've been working a lot on those, and I got actually just this morning I got my my alt account to 80 strength, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah, so I have 70 attack, defense, and 80 strength, and that'll be my Firewatch Sentinel.
I was gonna say, is that the Sins one?
Yeah. So I honestly could do Sins. I'm almost certain I could do Sins at 70, but I've just like been on and had time to do an alt, so I've just been using him.
Yep.
So I figured, why not?
May as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I've just been knocking out some AFK stuff on that account, and I've been working on some more accounts, doing farming as well as some Temporos. So that was cool. It's nice because
a million accounts.
Yeah, the third account I've been working on is like another alt account, and it's like, because it's so low level, like I did 20 rounds of Temporos and I was able to get, I think, like 15 extra levels.
That's
in
amazing.
Fishing or something. So I just look like a beast, like getting like 15 skill levels in not even a few hours.
99 soon.
Yeah, so it's just like crazy, but I don't even have 100,000 XP yet. So it's so weird.
You're pretty much maxed.
Yeah, it's so weird going from like having 9 million XP on my main and being 95 to like 50,000
and leveling up every 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
It's so weird.
So satisfying to see.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's always it's a GIM, and or it's an Iron Man account.
Yeah, these accounts are gonna be used for future videos.
Yeah, so I'm working on them, and it's funny because you have the cat following you around in Temporos, and sometimes I'll be like attacking the boss, and the cat's like, "I'm hungry."
You can't help it.
Yeah, so I just like stop attacking the boss, go pet the cat, give him.
I love you, cat.
Give him. It's actually funny. I tried it out just to see if it would work, and you can feed him the fishes that you catch in Temporos.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I mean, that works.
I fed him one of those, and that was pretty funny. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Just from working on all of that, and then hopefully, I think I say this every week, but yeah, hopefully I'll have that video out on my main soon of the mini game.
The workout video?
No, it's the
secret rune crafting video.
Yeah, it's the rune crafting video.
Also, if you're wondering, yes, there is still construction going on if you could hear it.
Yeah, if you can hear saws in the background, then it's definitely not us.
Wanted to cut in and say that, but sorry, continue on your video wishes.
No, yeah. So I am going to be coming out. I don't think it's a secret, but it's going to be a video about...
We didn't say what exactly it was.
Yeah, it's going to be a video about like loot from the minigame, but in like a different context. So, because obviously I've seen other people have like loot from 1,000 KC and stuff like that, but...
We ourselves did loot from 100 each.
Yeah, I thought mine would be a little bit more like realistic and with a more realistic pretext.
Yeah, no one's doing 1,000. Respect to people who did, though, because you guys are awesome.
No, I mean, people will definitely do 1,000, but this is going to be more like what you can expect on the way to having like your entire outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's about it for like videos and video ideas that I've been like thinking about and working on, and all my accounts and stuff like that. So I think I've gotten a good amount of XP. It's funny because between 3 accounts, it's like hard to get less than 1 million XP, so you always feel accomplished. But it's like, even if you didn't really do that much realistically.
I mean, if you level up 50 levels, it doesn't matter if that's technically only 10,000 XP.
Yeah, I guess
it's still a flex.
But yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on with me. And
any personal life stuff you want to share?
Michelle wants to share that I also may be going back to work soon. So again, this will not affect, hopefully, how much content we have and stuff like that.
It won't. I think that if we start working, it will make us want to make more content, so we could be like, oh my gosh, I really would rather be doing this.
Yeah, maybe. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, might be going back to work soon. That'll be interesting.
Yes.
But besides that, really nothing else. I've been running a lot. Shout out to anyone that runs.
Oh my gosh, he runs like 6 miles sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
His shirts be looking crazy sweaty when he gets home, though.
Yeah.
Sorry for calling you out, sweatshirt.
I mean, it's not weird to sweat. I think you're the only person that thinks it's weird to sweat.
I don't think it's weird, and you know I'm a very sweaty person.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's about it for me. You want to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready to move on to our huge update this week.
Yeah, massive update.
So the update this week is that there's no update.
Yeah. Like we said at the beginning of the podcast, there is a jam session this week, or
a jam flex.
I forgot what they're calling it, but it's like jam
Does it
something.
Have jam in it, which is funny. Do they do that on purpose?
I don't know if they know that they're called jam flex.
They must.
But yeah, it's some jam session, peanut butter and jam. It's where they make up ideas such as the mini game that actually just recently came out. That's where something like that would come from, or any other quests. I think Nightmare at the Theater.
I think that raid was one. The new raid.
Yeah. Nightmare at the Theater was it Nightmare at the Theater or
Nightmare at the Theater?
The theater quest.
Night at the Theater.
Night at the Theater.
I was like, Nightmare, what?
Yeah. Not the mare
Nightmare teams up with Verzik.
Yeah, no horses there. But yeah, so Night at the Theater, all of those were created at sessions like this, but they've never done it to such a large extent in the past. So So previously they would have creative sessions like this, but they would only be for weekends or a couple days at a time. And they felt like it wouldn't really give them enough time to flesh out all of their ideas and stuff like that. So they ended up making it so that it'd be a whole week. And so hopefully this week they'll be able to fully flesh out at least ideas or concepts for upcoming stuff, whether that be more quests or mini games or more, hopefully things we need like security and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That'd be really nice. But yeah, I think that hopefully it'll be really cool and yield some really great stuff. But I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, they've been posting some stuff on Twitter. We don't follow all the mods, and so I'm not going to act like I know everything that they've been posting about. But the one thing that I really want to share is that they're talking about adding little dogs to follow you around like cats.
Oh yeah, this is something Michelle was talking about, showing me.
It's so cute. They already have made like little images of it, and it's a bunch of different dogs, and they start as puppies. I'm assuming it's gonna be similar, and you could trade it in for something.
Yeah.
Even if you can't, they're just cute. I don't care. I like them.
You can trade them in for wrath runes.
That'd actually be really funny. But yeah, they're so cute, and they were like taking suggestions of different dog types, and I asked for Samoyed.
Yeah, we really like Samoyeds.
We really
They're like
them.
fluffy cloud white dogs.
They are big clouds. But I'm so excited about that. I really
There's
hope
a lot of
that we
different
get
kinds,
little
right?
doggies. There's like 6 kinds. I think that I saw like a bulldog, a husky, what are they, like Shibu or something?
Shiba Inus.
Shiba Inus. Yeah, those. And what's that? Scottish
Scotty
Terrier.
boys.
Yeah. There's like a lot of them. There's a lot of little doggies. So I really hope that those get introduced.
That's cool.
I don't see any reason why they couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know why they would.
They wouldn't be like a flex pet like normal pets. They'd just be like a cat, like a little follower.
Yeah, they actually have like pictures of them walking around in game and stuff like that with the
little
dogs.
Videos of them
following
with their awkward little legs.
It'd be. I mean, I could see it happening, but it'd be really weird for them to put in that much effort into them if they didn't actually plan on like using them.
Yeah, that's why I'm assuming that they'd be similar to cats in some way.
Yeah.
But that'd be cute. We could have like a little quest, like a dog's best friend quest or something.
Man's best friend, or
no, we're the dog's best friend.
Oh, okay.
It's centered around the dog.
Oh,
I did mess up that sentence, but I like my idea now. Now I'm doubling down on this.
Player's best friend.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm really hope that one goes. I know nothing else at all. What I do know is that we're getting scammed, and the dogs are probably a distraction because membership prices went up.
Yeah, that is for sure. We are definitely getting scammed. That is 100% without a doubt. Whether it's connected to dogs,
I hate that these dogs are distracting me.
Whether it's connected to dogs, I do not know.
Yeah, so the membership prices have changed, everyone.
Yeah, so like I said, if you have been living
Jackets
under
struggling.
a rock, then you probably haven't seen this. But yeah, this has been all over everywhere. Definitely all over the Reddit. The entire thing is just memes about how Jamflex needs more money and are greedy people.
They are.
But
I don't know what we're expecting from any big company, though, to be honest.
It's a big company. And so for anyone that doesn't know, as of May 4th, the prices of membership will be changed for new members and for those who haven't subscribed for more than 14 days. So if you take 2 weeks off of your membership, then expect to be paying probably more money unless you take part in their conveniently priced 1-year plan.
Oh, do you want to tell us the 1-year plan price?
I will in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, I think it would have been less annoying if they didn't like word this blog in such a way. And also, before we get into this, don't like at the mods or anything like that.
They're not in charge of the game
because,
prices.
Even as far as I've read, the mods themselves are also upset at this change because I think they thought that they're in like a pretty good spot and had really decent rapport with the community. Mm-hmm. After the 117 incident. It kind of like built itself back up. Mm-hmm. And then
now Jagex is ruining the relationship again.
Yeah, now people are upset once again, which is of course never good, and this is obviously for a really good reason. And what's really annoying is that they attribute the cost increase, saying that in the last 4 years we've seen rising development costs, inflationary rises globally, and fluctuations between international currencies. Today's changes reflect this. As always, we're committed to providing the best value for your membership with meaningful content updates and improvements to our services. So
Jagex has also seen like record sales the past few years, right?
Yeah, they have had I think maybe even year over year sale improvements. I don't know if it's if that particularly is true. This is just like bits that I have been reading here and there, but I have definitely read reports that they had a record sale last year. Mm-hmm. Or records last year for all of their sales between membership and merchandise and everything like that.
Yeah, this one thing I'm reading says that in 2020 they had their 6th successive year of growth, with revenue increasing to 120 million pounds.
Yeah, so
I'm like, okay,
they're definitely a large company.
Inflation for us, not for you.
Yeah.
Well, their CEO probably needs like a bonus.
Unfortunately, I don't want to think so, but I feel like this, because I mean, this has been the case for a long time now, so I don't even think that a lot of people are pointing at the Carlyle Group, which is the investment group that bought out Jagex
for $530 million.
Yeah, so they were bought out not too long ago, and a lot of people are contributing this to that. But I mean, Jagex has not been very generous as a company in the past.
I think in general, don't have a lot of hope that companies that you like actually are going to have your best interest. They care about making money.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the first thing for them. So this is no different. And what's unfortunate is the price has increased from what used to be $10.99 per month to now $12.49. So $1.50 increase, which is, I mean, obviously a little bit.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a little bit in the grand scheme of things, but it, as far as a percentage goes, it's kind of a steeper price hike than I think a lot of people would be accustomed to for like other services. Mm-hmm. I don't know the percentages, but I think it's, if I had to guess, it's over 10%. But yeah, it's definitely more than I would have guessed. I mean, I could see like 50 cents every other year would have been easier to handle than just randomly $1.50 out of nowhere. Either way, though, I think that just the combinations of things that they changed is kind of like weird to happen all at the same time. So not only was there the price increase, but also they removed the 3-month subscription plan, which is the plan that I normally would use.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, they removed that entirely. So you can no longer do that. I mean, you can do that with bonds, I guess, but you can't with the regular USD or whatever currency you use.
Mm-hmm. You can only do it with in-game money.
Yeah, so now there is only the 1-month, 6-month, and 12-month plans, which is good if you only do the 12-month plan, because I think it ends up costing you less.
Well, yeah, that's what I always do it.
Well, I mean, like last year, it would have costed you more to do the 12-month plan than it would now.
Oh, because they want everyone to do it.
So overall, they decreased the price of the 12-month plan, but increased the price of the other
everything
two
else.
lesser plans. And this is a pretty obvious tactic, and a lot of companies use this. This is to be like, oh, whenever people do come back to the game, they're likely to play more than a month. And if they do, then they're obviously going to be looking at the 6 and the 12-month plans. Mm-hmm. Obviously, because now there's no 3-month plan.
And nobody's going to want... They're probably not going to get much people who want to commit to a 12 months. So then they're going to be making more money in the 6-month one. Yeah,
probably. So this is a pretty common tactic that a lot of people have seen this over the years.
We're being manipulated, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
And hey, we do free bond giveaways every week. So now everyone needs it more than ever.
Yeah, and speaking of bonds, the price of bonds have also went up. There are now $8 per bond for USD and 24 for 3. 5 and 10 have also gone to 40 and 80. So the prices have gone
up. So for 2 weeks of memberships, $8.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I mean, obviously I would never promote this, but a lot of people have brought up that you can buy, I think like now at the price it is, 3 months of membership for less than the price of one bond if you went to RMT traders.
Really?
Yeah, like if you bought it from like illegal sites and stuff like that.
That's actually crazy. They're gonna have so many people trying to do that now. They truly played themselves.
I mean, yes and no.
I mean, I'm not going to try. I don't want to get my account banned.
Exactly. A lot of people don't want to get their accounts banned, so they don't want to deal with that.
But if you're more of a casual player and just want a membership.
Yeah. And I think honestly, what's tough about this is because of, and this is something a lot of people have brought up in the Reddits, but this is, if you've played for any amount of time, has always been kind of an annoyance. But in this game, obviously you only get one account, right? So it's kind of tough because if you want to make a hardcore Ironman or an Ironman or a GIM or a UIM,
or just an alt account to make money.
Yeah, or they're seemingly coming out with more and more alternate types of accounts every day. Then you're going to need to make a new account and have a new membership. So if, let's say I was going to like start playing the game again for 1 month and I wanted to play on all 3 of my accounts because that's how I like to play, then that would cost me, $30 something, $36.
It's like a gym membership.
that's more than my gym membership. So it cost me $36 per month to play this game, which is kind of crazy because if you look at other games like that also have subscriptions, like World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, which is actually free, but membership is definitely really helpful there.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, all of these are AAA titles that offer much more content than OSRS as well, but also the freedom to have 8 to 10 to 12 different characters on one account.
Yeah, I mean, if they added that, then it'd be less annoying. It would still honestly be annoying that they are... I'm not going to ever get over companies that make tons of money being like, we're going to charge you more now because we can. But it would be a little less annoying if at least bonds could work for more than one account.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, I mean, it would be nice. I mean, this is like rose-colored glasses, or this isn't because I know this wouldn't happen. But it would be nice if with the new client that allows you to roll all of your accounts into one, you could have one membership for all of them.
Yeah.
Because that would obviously make it easier for us, but because it would make it easier for us and they'd be losing money, I just seriously doubt that would ever happen.
I know. I was thinking, well, people could take advantage of it by letting their friends use their membership, and I was like, oh, kind of like Jagex is taking advantage of us by taking our money.
Yes and no, because I mean, then they wouldn't be able to play with their friends because you can only. Actually, yeah, maybe you're right.
But let us take advantage. They can take advantage of us. Now it's our turn.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's always been. I mean, all this stuff is obviously always been around. I mean, just the weird scammy stuff that Jagex does, but it's just whenever stuff like this happens, it's kind of highlighted more than normal.
Yeah, especially everything's becoming more expensive, and I'm like, Jagex, you're just making money. There's literally no reason.
Yeah, they're already making money, and on top of that, a lot of this is, I mean, they just lied to our faces, right? Because they're saying that the rising cost of development, it's like we know that the devs and the mods aren't getting paid
people are making good points saying we wouldn't mind paying more for memberships if it was going to the devs and the mods, but it's not.
Yeah, and it's not like they're like, oh, because of this price hike we'll be getting 2 new updates this year or something like that, but no, we're still getting the 1 to 2 updates yearly.
It's nothing, and the devs are getting nothing.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I would love to know how much the CEO is making.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think it would just piss me off. Maybe I don't want to know.
It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, I mean,
the rich get richer.
If we're being honest, none of us are probably going to stop playing this game unless we just really, this is like the straw that broke the camel's back for you, but no one's going to stop playing this game.
But it is frustrating, and I will speak about it.
But what is nice is at this price point, you do have a lot of other options that are within your realm of possibilities. So, I mean, there's other games like, World of Warcraft, which is another game like RuneScape where you can pay for your monthly membership with in-game currency. So that's another option. I mean, there's plenty of other games that are in this realm. So you have your selection if you do decide to jump ship.
New podcast just dropped. Final Fantasy Borbine.
Final Fantasy. Yeah, we're looking at Final Fantasy. That game looks really cool, but yeah. I don't know if we'll be ever playing it.
We will eventually, because shout out Adora. She said that she really wants us to try it, and if we like it enough, she will buy us the game leader.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't want to like it because I don't want to take away time from this.
Yeah, it's hard to play multiple MMOs. I've tried it multiple times, and it's always just really tough because there's so much stuff to do. Always so much stuff to do.
We'll find out.
Yep. But that's that. So hopefully this doesn't change your life too much. I know some people are joking, saying that it'll affect them by making it so that they aren't going to be buying toothpaste anymore. But it's a sacrifice we'll have to make. But we can move on probably to the Gilnor Gazette.
Yes. All right. So they say, as we march through the third month of the year, we're busy setting things in motion for the rest of it. Alongside a commitment to account security and the brand new Jagex launcher, we've continued to make changes to PvP, released group Ironman improvements, added a new quest and Runecraft minigame, and witnessed the nail-biting final for Leagues 3. Finale, she means.
Final.
Despite all that, this edition of the Gazette will be a little shorter than normal because right now we're preparing for our first ever Game Jam. Game Jam.
It's definitely not Gam.
Oh my
Gam
God.
Jam, is that the one where the grandmas come in?
Why am I reading this? I can't read. All that and more will be explained below, so let's dive in.
Yeah, I wish I had some Gam Jam.
Stupid.
Just grandma's making me some jam. That'd be cool.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches made by Gam Gam.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone call their grandma Gam.
Me either.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I feel like that's weird. I've only ever known grandmas as either grandma or nana.
Yeah, I just say grandma.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny, totally weird side tangent, but my mom, for some reason, I don't know if she still does, but she wanted to be called Nona.
Why Nona again?
I have no idea.
Is that even like another language, or is it
no,
just a
I have
thing?
no idea.
She just made it up.
Yeah, I think she just made it up. I think she heard it one time and was like, "That's what I want." It's so weird.
She's like, "I want to be named MoMA after the Museum of Modern Art."
I know. So weird. I wonder.
Actually, my stepmom goes by Lola because it's like Tagalog, I think.
Oh yeah.
She's Filipino.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Nona, I don't know if that's even another language.
I have no idea.
Anyway, so they start talking about Leagues 3 Shattered Relics, and pretty much they're just recapping what happened. I think we've read this exact stuff, but they do say, as for Leagues 4, they've taken a lot of our feedback from the past 2 months, and they have some great ideas brewing already, so we need to keep our eyes peeled for more Leagues 4 news later this year.
Oh, there's so many hints in that sentence.
There's absolutely none. Keep your eyes peeled. Orange peels.
We're not gonna have eyelids in the next one.
Ew, gross.
You can't log off or your character dies.
Oh my God. You can't log off or you die. It's turned into an anime.
I know, literally Sword Art Online.
New client features an Android open beta.
The Android.
The Android open beta is still in full swing. Thank you for all your feedback so far. It's been incredibly valuable. Unfortunately, we can't yet confirm the dates for opening iOS beta just yet, but it's on the way, and we should be able to share more news in the coming weeks. In the meantime, work on the new set of features is going great. We can't wait for you to test out the latest improvements, so stay tuned. This just made a lot of stay tuned.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly just reviewing, obviously for the next one.
Yeah, the next time they talk about Guardians of the Rift, the new mini game, the new little quest, and just how it's going, and they say like thank you to everyone for all the feedback, and I mean a lot of people seem to really like it, so that's going well. Definitely
not the most creative. Maybe they're phoning it in on purpose on this Gazette because there's really nothing interesting.
I think they're just doing a review because otherwise people will like give them grief and be like, you didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean I don't know what they could do in the Gazette that would be interesting, but it would be nice
at the beginning of the month.
I feel like it should be a little bit more review than just simply copy and pasting the first paragraph from every.
Yeah, I think that like some of these are legitimately copy and pasted.
No, 100%.
So they also go on to talk about the Jagex launcher, and they say, we'll keep you posted on when it's coming out naturally, but in the meantime, why not install the launcher and let us know what you think?
Yeah, maybe. But I think this is kind of interesting because this is something we've seen before, but it is kind of funny.
Yeah, so they put together a little timetable of the things that they're trying to do in the first half of the year. And first up, that they list anyway, is going to be Beneath Curved Sands. So that is due to launch on April 27th. You don't want to miss this one. Not only is it the first continuation of the Desert storyline since 2007, completion of the quest is also required for Tombs of a Mascot, which is going to be the next raid, if you don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
So lace up those sandals and refill your water skins. Here's a final teaser for you all. A snippet of one of the tracks you'll unlock during the quest, composed by Maud Grace. And we will not play it because I don't know if we could get in trouble for that.
Yeah, but if you want to hear it, you can go to the Gilnor Gazette.
Yes.
What are you most excited for as far as this roadmap goes?
Okay, so some of the other stuff it says is like, that hasn't come out yet is Wilderness Boss Rework, Giant's Foundry. I'm very interested in what that's going to be. There also should be another small quest later this year. Easter event. I do always love the Easter events. New client feature drops. TBD. Maybe that. I'm excited. I think I'm excited for the Giant's Foundry because I'm imagining a mining mini game with. Games? Yeah. Did they even confirm it's a mini game, or do we just assume?
I think it is all but confirmed that it's a mini game.
So yeah, I do love a mini game. So I like that. And that one, it seems like they're working on it now through like May. So hopefully it'll come out.
Yeah, that's going to be relatively soon if it does come out at the end of May.
That'd be nice. What are you most excited for?
I was thinking also Giant's Foundry or the Wilderness Boss Rework. And
so then you won't be as scared to go to the Wilderness Bosses?
No, just because I think the Wilderness is cool. I mean, I think the PvP community in OSRS, is kind of not cool, to say the least.
Based on personal experiences?
Well, just based on every experience I've ever seen, besides like, I don't know, cool like PKing videos. Like Torvesta makes it look so cool, or like SparkMac makes it look really cool, and they just get like billions of golds just flying in, and then
they're not harassing people.
And then I go in and someone tells me about he like I don't know, did some heinous stuff to my mom, and then just takes all my money and leaves.
And then doxes you on Twitch.
Yeah, and then just like doxes me, shows up on my doorstep or something. Yeah. Like, I don't know. But I mostly think because it'll give more people a reason to go to the Wilderness. Because as it stands right now, the only reason anyone's going to the Wilderness, if you're not PvPing,
hard clues,
is for hard clues or Venenatis.
Yeah.
Maybe Callisto. But
no one goes to Vedion.
It's just. Some people probably do. Maybe someone.
No one's ever gone to Vedion before.
I think Vedion. I could be totally wrong, but I think it's close to Multi, so I don't think that many people go to Vedion.
I think they're all semi-close to Multi, and they have like little strategies. They're like, move over here if you're getting PK'd.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have pretty much any experience in the Wilderness, but as far as it is right now, you make decent money at Vedion, but it's like I don't want to sit there with my eyes peeled. Just like waiting to
Leagues 4, eyes peeled. It's gonna be Vedion only.
It's only Wilderness.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, that actually be kind of cool.
Kind of cool. But eyes peeled. Oh my god.
That'd just be Dead Man though, right?
Anyway, what were you saying?
But yeah, I think it'd be cool if they're able to actually put incentives in the Wilderness, because I think they've been trying to do that for years at this point, and it's just not very effective. Yeah. So if they're able to actually rework it so that the bosses either are cool. I think I saw this somewhere. I don't remember why, but it does ring a bell where they were saying that they're wanting to put more bosses in their own instance, like KBD, because that'll give more incentive for people that are highly geared to go to the Wilderness, but maybe not just stay so exposed.
I think that would make me more interested, because I'd still go and there'd still be some risk because you have to get to the boss.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And whenever I go to KBD, it's still a little scary because people can just like hang out there and kill you.
Like if I'm bringing a Dragon Hunter Lance, there's still a chance that I get like skull tricked and smited for my Dragon Hunter Lance. Yeah. So there's still risk. But it would be cool to see more stuff like that maybe. Definitely. That are more instanced. Because I would definitely try it out if there's more KBD style bosses.
I know. I want to try out some more Wilderness bosses. I've like done a lot of them just once for diaries, but I'm scared to go back.
Yeah. Also, one random, since we're already talking about the Wilderness, this reminded me of something someone brought up the other day on the subreddit, where it was a what's it called? It was an update that was planned to give an additional like area for the Wilderness at the like very end of the Wilderness that would be like 50 plus and would make it so that there's no limitations on who you can attack in the area. And there was like some ridiculous stuff in the area, and it would have been like seemingly a really cool update.
That would have been fun.
But
I'd love to go to that on like a new account, level 3, just go in try a bunch of kill like max players.
Yeah, just punch like them. 500 level 3s coming for you.
Wait, let's form a Bunebape army of level 3s and take over the wilderness.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. I feel like there'd be some hilarious stuff
Oh my
happening
god. Wait, new video idea?
Well, we
we are recruiting. Everyone hit us up.
Yeah, we can't now, but
we'll try.
Whenever they come out with that, that'd be funny.
That'd actually be so good.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was really cool. But I think even Maraiza was like one of the people that like brought it up or like announced it or something a long time ago, but it just never actually happened.
I like that idea.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess this all started from the Wilderness Boss rework. So hopefully that happens. Yes. Hopefully we get the Giants Foundry, which I'm like entirely convinced at this point that it's going to be a mining mini game.
God, I hope so.
Because
we made rune crafting more fun. Let's make mining more fun.
I'm almost certain you're going to be like either stopping or making or making giants via Roxy Mine or something like that. So I think that'd be really cool. And also I think giants look really cool. So
yeah, we need a giant mini boss of every kind of giant.
Yeah. So hopefully that comes to fruition.
So more on Tombs of a Mascot. They are just talking about how while the rewards pool has closed and everything passed, they're aware that some of us still feel the new rewards are lacking in certain areas. Consequently, they're looking to running a mini pool with a couple of extra additions. So keep an eye out for that. Every single sentence, keep an eye out.
That's cool.
Then they include some drawings of the gear, which look really, really dope, to be honest.
Yeah, their concept art looks so much better than what it'll look like in game.
Well, yeah, of course. It's not like all pixelated and weird.
Yeah, it actually looks really cool.
I love it. Oh. I think they're showing like a boss.
Yeah, they're showing like...
I thought this was the gear that we'd get, and then they show a little player and says player for scale, and it's just like half the size.
Yeah, it doesn't say who they are, so it could be like a quest giver or something, but it shows that this NPC, really cool NPC is like twice the size of a regular player.
That's dope. They also include some concept art for the rewards room after Tombs of Mascot, and it looks amazing.
That's cool. So you like open a sarcophagus chest for your loot rewards and stuff like that.
All right, next up, they talk about the PvP arena. So the rewards beta just wrapped, and it's been great seeing you play around with all that fancy schmancy new equipment. They've received a wealth of feedback and ideas about the new items, and we can expect a poll soon. After all, May will be here before we know it.
I know, right? I feel like it's going to be pretty soon.
My birthday's May 1st. I'm excited.
Yep.
So Giants Foundry, yes. Okay. Last time we left you with a rather cryptic statement about this upcoming thing. The good news is that you won't wait too much longer to learn all about it. We'll be spilling all the deets in the next couple of weeks. Here's another couple of clues as a treat. Giants Foundry is largely a skilling update, but we're also looking to explore something that neither game has really explored before, giants. But you'd never have guessed. The giants you see have started to awaken, and in this redacted, you'll begin to uncover little pieces of the race. It'll be the beginning of something brand new, and really excited to see where it goes.
See, it's like, why would they say in this redacted instead of just minigame? It's like,
what if it's not a minigame?
I know.
What if it's a quest?
That would suck so much.
It's the quest that just rewards you with mining.
Oh, that would suck so
I wouldn't
bad.
I wouldn't mind if it was like Gardens of the Rift and it was a quest that ended with a minigame.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like eventually they're going to come up with a minigame for every skill.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, probably, which...
Minigames are so much fun.
And I feel like that also bolsters the experience of going to 99. Because, I mean, obviously rune crafting didn't have anything except for, like, just doing it the old-fashioned way for so long.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, fishing, once fishing got the minigame, it was already, I think, a pretty, like, decently liked skill.
No, I didn't like fishing.
Well, I mean, as far as, like, you could just, like, sit there and, like, hang out at the barbarian fishing.
Yeah, I guess.
But, I don't know.
I think that minigames are the future.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no reason why we can't have fun while leveling's a video game.
Yeah, I think even if they would have, like, lessened the XP rates, I still would like it.
Yeah, and just to be clear, I don't think that they really improved the XP rates.
Yeah, I mean, it's still only like 40k.
I got 40,000 with me trying my hardest.
Yeah, it's still only like 40k, which is like, I mean, obviously still worse than Blood, so...
Yeah. But then they talk about the Deadman rerun. Why?
This joke. It's been going for so long.
All right. So since the February Gazette, the team's been hard at work improving our DDoS mitigation in preparation for the Deadman rerun. We're happy to announce that the work is now complete. So what's next? Well, the first thing is to ensure that everything works as intended. So we'll be hosting a beta on April 20th, 420 Blaze It. It'll be open to all, and we'd like as many people as possible to attend so we can fully test our bandwidth before the official rerun. The following week, we'll be looking to launch a second beta just for the players that are part of the 2021 DMM finale. So in May, they're going to be getting together the second beta for all this 2021 finale. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, good thing
they're looking to do the rerun in May.
Yeah, it's a good thing they've gotten all this extra funding so that next time this happens, it won't take them a full year to like come back to the rerun.
Anyway, account security and services. We know that improvements to account security is something our community is extremely passionate about because we don't have any. Your account is more than just a game save. Wait, this is the exact quote from last week.
Yeah, this is actually copy and pasted.
Okay, well, they're just talking about all the things they're going to bring. So there's new features that will keep your account more secure than ever before and will be released over time, starting with those integrated into the brand new Jagex launcher. We'll also be tackling issues like botting and safeguarding. They are literally copying and pasting. I can't believe that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. All
right, Game Jam. Now, on to something new for all of us. The inaugural Old School RuneScape Game Jam. Game Jam! As you know, our old ideation process has given rise to some of our most beloved content. Leagues, Held Sepulture, Guardians of the Rift, and more. There was, however, one big issue. Finding time for JMods to participate. The Game Jam process aspires to solve that problem by giving the entire Old School team a week to work on new and exciting projects.
There we go.
With the aim to produce a workable brief for us to build on. We'll collaborate with other teams, conduct playtests, and maybe even whisk up some prototypes, like the little doggies I mentioned.
Yep.
We're already seeing loads of great ideas, if we do say so ourselves. And
I was just thinking spending 2 weeks on making little dogs.
That sounds like a dream. And everyone's busy picking out the projects that look best to them. However, as previously mentioned, this experiment means that there will be no game update between April 4th through 8th, so they will be back next week. It won't all be shrouded in silence, though, as they're looking to share some ideas that they came up with in stream the following week, and they've dedicated a spot in April's Gazette to talk about them, too. So, here's to the first ever Old School RuneScape Game Jam.
There we go. The Gammer Jammers out in force, so hopefully, like we said, some cool stuff happens.
Some unfortunate news, though, is that 2 people have actually left the team. So Mod Deagle and Mod Zuko are headed out. And Mod Zuko actually had some words for all of us. I'm off. Sayonara. Goodbye. Adios. Thanks for all the fish. It's been a pleasure working with the Old School RuneScape community and the team. I hope one day we'll meet again. Love, Mod Zuko.
Yeah, I think Mod Zuko is really cool.
Mod Zuko heard about the price increases and was like, I'm out before the backlash. Goodbye.
And then I don't know if I really remember Mod Deagle. If I do,
I recognize the name, but I think Zuko is more obvious to me because I like Avatar.
Yeah, of course. But I think if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Or
don't tell us on Apple Podcasts how wrong he is.
Add us on Apple Podcasts as well. I think Mod Deagle has a sick beard.
Okay, well, sick.
I think.
All right, and with that out of the way, we can get to our Q&A.
Yeah, we do have a few things that we can go over from the Jagex Q&A, though, and was then from ours after. Pretty cool. And then we'll finish with ours. So the first one is going to be about Easter. So someone asked the mods, what's up with the Easter event this year? Are there any teasers that you'd like to share? But unfortunately, there is not a lot to tease. It was said that whenever Mod Light asked Mod Havoc, they're just given a very cryptic sentence saying basically the Easter Bunny is having some delivery issues. Something about chocolate melting in hot temperatures. Oh? So there might be some camels and kebabs involved. So stay tuned for that.
And, climate change, it's too real.
Yeah, and then Mod Kirby, I don't get this reference because I don't know Alice in Chains that well, but Mod Kirby did say, if you're familiar with Alice in Chains, the song Man in the Box, that's it. So
I'm not familiar with it either, but anyone who's into them.
Yeah, that just makes me think of like a Jack in the Box or something.
Maybe. Yeah. We neither of us listen to them. We have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. But so I guess it'll be soon, and it'll probably be in Alcarid probably.
Easter's in like 3 weeks. They need to get this out next week. It's probably gonna be out on Wednesday.
Yeah, but it'll probably be in Alcarid again, which is kind of interesting because they just had the birthday.
Could be somewhere else in the desert. Well, no, it's free to play.
Yeah, it's free to play, so it can't be.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
2 Alcarid events within a couple months.
Yeah, kind of weird. As far as the next question, someone asked what they thought about the acceptable amount of power creep in terms of weapons from big PVM releases, such as Tombs, maybe a hard thing to quantify, but in terms of percent DPS increase compared to the previous option. So for anyone that doesn't know, power creep is a common term, especially in MMOs or live service games that last for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's say if there's a new raid that has the new best in slot stuff, how much better is that going to be than the old stuff? So eventually you'll just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, making old content more and more irrelevant. And so that's a big concern for a lot of players. And Mod Arcane responded by saying that they don't think there's really an answer to this. And I think it is kind of a hard line to walk, is the difference between power creep and something new and interesting. But they even say that it's completely contextual. Raids should offer big chunks of DPS increases than other pieces of content. And it depends on the content, the difficulty, the rarity. It depends on so many things.
There's a lot of variables here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why power creep questions always kind of stress me out, because I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, for sure, and especially as a dev. And so
I literally can't imagine.
They say that they can kind of agree that a 2 to 3% damage jump in DPS, in regardless of what the grind is underwhelming, but that might be one max hit. So there's probably a minimum threshold there, but the maximum scales depending on the content. So
okay,
yeah, it's kind of a non-answer, but it's kind of hard to give an answer for this type of question in general.
I agree.
Yeah, so I think it's something definitely on their radar, but they even finished by saying that the exact reason the blowpipe was such a problem is it was cheap, and in every way it was good everywhere. So even if ranged wasn't particularly amazing, the blowpipe was insane, and so they want to avoid stuff like that in particular. But they said they don't want to release like a Scythe 2, because I mean, they'll just totally mitigate the advantages of having a Scythe 1.
Yeah.
And they even go back and talk about Torva as well. It would be kind of weird if the next super amazing thing was similar. So I don't know. I feel like they just want to go about it as best they can, but I think it's a really hard line to walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very interested to see how this works out.
Yeah. So that'll be pretty interesting. I think it was maybe not the best. I'm not sure how they can improve it, but I think it was decent the way they dealt with Torva, because that was just straight up power creep where it's just absolutely better
but you use the old gear to make it.
Yeah,
so
yeah, exactly.
It
so
different.
It doesn't make the old content irrelevant. It makes it necessary.
Actually more relevant than ever before.
Yeah, exactly. So that is kind of interesting. The last question that I wanted to pick up from their Q&A was, how difficult should PVM content be? Another really open-ended question.
Yeah, I don't even know how to begin answering that.
Yeah, they're wondering what the philosophy was behind it. Should it be so difficult that you can't participate until you've become good enough, quote unquote?
I think there should be ranges.
Yeah.
Like you should be able to do some immediately. Some you should be in game.
I agree.
We need variety.
Maybe, yeah, but then you kind of might run into the same problem that World of Warcraft did, where they thought the same thing too, where they introduced, for every raid they ever introduced after that mindset, they had the raid finder version, which was the easiest version, and then they would have the raid on normal, the raid on heroic, and then the raid on mythic.
Oh, I don't mean like that. I just mean like add easy bosses, add medium bosses, add hard bosses. Don't make like the same boss different versions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
This is going back to me always saying that there should be more low to mid-level bosses.
Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to do here as well with the new like additional mechanics system when the new raid, where you can add more mechanics but you'll have a higher chance at rewards. But let's see what Mod Tide had to say. They said that, I think for me, from other games I play, I like stuff to be difficult when it comes out. I don't want to be walking in and face rolling everything straight away. This would really depend on how far your account is in it. Is it maxed? Is it mid-level? But it would really depend on what piece of content it is.
There's so many variables here.
Yeah. And Modlight was asking about, let's say, for instance, a raid, like a raid on release or something like that. Or should it be that you have to get good first? And Modtide comes back and says that raids, you should start off nice and easy, weaning people onto the raid, where they maybe get like the first 2 or 3 bosses down, which are nice and easy to do, and 1 or 2 mechanics each that you should be able to understand. then as you go through the progress, you get a lot harder. Where, for instance, like for the world first race, you get stuck on one of the bosses and you're running it like 200 to 300 times. And
Oh
then
my
you're like,
God.
is this what we're doing? Is this how we do it? I think this is in reference to World of Warcraft, which
Okay.
has a very, I don't know, I wouldn't want to say prestigious, but very involved race to world first, where it's
Oh,
broadcast and it's has like a lot of sponsors and stuff like that, and it has really become its own
it's a
show.
big deal.
Yeah, where or it definitely was, at least before all the World of Warcraft scandals. I don't know how it is now,
Hmm.
but for instance, it was really big, and people would watch these groups of people, 20 people at a time per guild, and there's several guilds, so you'd have hundreds of people playing the game for days on end with like nearly no sleep and just like raiding and killing bosses for like 18 hours a day or something like that.
The heck?
And that's like, on the top end of like difficulty to the maximum, super sweat fest. So it's like, yeah, I think they were saying like they want it to be easier in the start, and then they kind of want it to like ramp up in difficulty, kind of like how you were saying
Hmm.
how they don't want the whole thing to be difficult or easy at the same time.
Yeah, you need a variety.
Yeah. But I think that's a really good, idea, is to build up like that. I think that's a pretty reasonable approach, and I think how they want to do it, because if you look at like Raids 1 I don't think was really like that.
I thought Raids 1 was, because doesn't it like start out with you have like some smaller bosses and then you're like, okay, I could do this. And then by the end, you're like, oh my God, this is hard.
Yes and no. Yeah, you're right, because yes and no. Like the puzzles are easy, which is nice because that's like a little bit of a reprieve.
Ulm's easy.
Ulm is more difficult than any of the other bosses probably,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. But if you look at like if you get some of the bosses, they're just like so much more difficult than
It
others,
doesn't, yeah, it doesn't,
and it's completely random.
yeah, so it's not like totally ramped up. It's too randomized.
Yeah, I think that's its main downfall, is it is too random.
They almost got it.
I'm not saying it's like bad. I'm just saying it doesn't really
It
follow
doesn't follow
this.
what they're talking about doing.
Yeah, exactly, which I think is what they're trying to improve upon.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think they did a good job in Theater of Blood.
Theater of Blood's cool.
Where
Yeah,
like
they do a good job ramping up.
yeah, where like each of them have their own unique mechanics, and I do feel like Verzik is definitely harder than most of the other bosses.
Yeah.
So I think they did a pretty good job there. But
Yeah, I'd agree, because whenever we were first trying to do that for the quest, we were actually able to do some stuff leading up to it, and then it just got harder.
Yeah, so that's cool. Hopefully they're able to have success with Raids 3, but I think that's kind of all we wanted to look at from the mod Q&A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now we have our own personal Q&As. First up, we are going to have a question from Matt.
Shout out, Matt.
Matt asked, if you could add one more master to Tutorial Island, what would it be? And he would add a gnome who takes you on a 5-minute gnome glider tour of the most important non-member map locations. I actually love that idea so much. I really like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and I was thinking what's free to play, and I think it could be cool. I'm pretty sure they don't have this, to have like a prayer thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because I remember whenever I first started doing like playing OSRS again a few years ago, I buried bones, and I was like, what? I get XP for this? I didn't even know it was a thing. So I think that would be nice. And prayer is actually massive in this game, so I feel like you should know about it as soon as possible to start grinding it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think?
I would probably have to say, I thought about this for a little bit, and I think I would want to go with rune crafting.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of down the same vein that Matt was thinking, where it would take you to like
maybe like the altars.
Yeah, maybe you talk to like a wizard or the wise old man or something,
Mm-hmm.
or probably just a wizard, and he would like teleport you to, I don't know, like just outside of Varrock or something, and you would walk to the Earth altar and tell you that like, oh, these altars are in different places, and
they don't really explain it, do they?
I don't think so.
Not that I remember. I mean, it's been so long since either of us have started these skills.
Maybe they do, but I don't remember. But
if they did, not well enough for you to remember them doing it.
Yeah, or maybe they don't even need to teleport you anywhere if they have like an altar there. But I think it'd be easier if they did like Varrock, because then you could see for yourself a real Earth altar.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of being teleported around as well.
Yeah, so like maybe they would like walk or like teleport you to Varrock, and it would be a cutscene where you're like walking through Varrock or something, and he's like, altars can be anywhere, and then like you like walk up to the Earth altar, go into it,
That'd
and
be really
like
cool.
make like 3 earth runes or something like that.
Just so you can see what it's like, and then you start out with a couple runes.
Because I think that's also maybe where, I don't think so fully, but I think maybe to some extent where like the runecrafting stigma comes from is like it's just not something you do or find important until like way later in the game, or at least that's how it was for me.
Yeah, then you introduce it earlier.
Yeah, and then you're like,
make it relevant.
Not only do you find out later that it exists and later that it's like relatively important, and also later you find out that it's like one of the slowest in the game. So
it's not a good selling point.
It's like
at least now it's fun.
Right away they show you about mining, and no one fusses about mining, even though it's like one of the slowest in the game.
I feel like they should just honestly show you every free to play, because they show you most of them, but then there's like some random ones that they don't show you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how they pick and choose which one to go about showing you.
Yeah, they could definitely do a lot more, really.
Yeah, hopefully that's part of their new player experience coming up, where they're just like revamping Tutorial Island.
I know some people would complain making their alts would take longer, but Tutorial Island isn't for people making alts, it's for new players.
Yeah, maybe they could just add a skip feature.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
New players would skip it and be like, what's happening?
Yeah, but I mean, that's their fault at that point.
The next question, I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm so sorry if I butcher it, but it's from Harigar on Twitter.
Harigar?
Yeah, I don't know. But they asked, longtime listener, first time asker, if OSRS were to get a 3D Red Dead style console version, would you prefer voice acting or text dialogue? And if voices, whose voices would you be most excited to hear for the first time? And they also answered the question. They love to hear all the gods' voices and the drunken sailors at Port Seraph.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I want to hear the wise old man.
I know.
I don't know why, but I imagine him to have like a very eccentric, low-key, like goofy voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you imagine?
Kind of weird. I don't know why it, like right away hits me as like maybe it's because we just watched Harry Potter, but I was thinking of the first Dumbledore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I was thinking of that, but
I was thinking like goofy and kind of like sounds like a nerd, but it's like all powerful.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like regular Goofy.
I would love that actually.
Just
sound like Goofy.
Goof troop, wise old man. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
But yeah, I think I'd want voice, but also want the option to turn on reading it too.
I would definitely want voice because
I'm a closed caption person. What can I say? I love subtitles.
There's like I think Elder Scrolls does it, and they did it really well. Elder Scrolls has one of the best like questing and leveling experiences in any game I've ever played, and all of their content is voiced. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, every line is voiced.
But you would still want to have reading for it too. Obviously, people who are like deaf or hard of hearing,
of course.
It would be cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I think it'd be cool to like hear the goblins.
Yes, like the generals.
Yeah, like the goblins bickering
back and forth. Me thinks orange.
Yeah,
I'm really good at goblin voices.
I think that'd be really cool. And I also agree that I think the what's it called would be really cool. The
drunken sailors.
The generals.
Oh, the generals.
Because I just expect like the generals to have like super commanding, like booming voices, and like Sarah Doman, I just imagine her like the like ultimate like I don't know, like super
all powerful,
like all power, because her like literal passive ability is called no clear weakness. So I just imagine her as being like the ultimate like force you stand like before, and kind of like
voice somehow echoes her. Even if it shouldn't be.
Yeah, like her voice is like very like not like how you'd imagine like Xena, like the warrior princess, to be or something like that.
Sarah Doman, the warrior princess.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I imagine it, or like a Wonder Woman type of figure.
Yeah. Our final question is from King Canadia. And they asked, have you guys considered doing a vodcast face cam video for the YouTube videos? Not sure if you guys are sitting next to each other as you record or at different desks, but it'd be interesting to see, I think.
Yeah.
So I've made like one YouTube video with my camera on, but in general, I feel like for videos, not really. But for the podcast, we've actually been talking about doing this.
Yeah, for the podcast, we have definitely talked about this many times.
We want to do it really bad, but the issue is we only have one good camera, and it's like a lot of things plugged into my computer, and we don't really want to have to move it. So we think that this is something that we could do in the future, but we'd have to wait until we could buy a second camera. Yeah, so exactly that. I think this is much more viable and something we want to do and have thought about doing. Yeah, we thought about it and we'd just like sit on our couch and it'd be more of like a conversation thing. Because right now we're just huddled up on Robert's desk.
Yeah, and it, like I'd have to like double check on like the audio setup and stuff like that, because the way we have it right now, we are sitting next to each other.
I think we'd have to buy a brand new everything, Loki.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be an expensive endeavor, but it's something that
we could definitely get it done with just having one additional. I mean, we could get it done how we are right now. It would just be
moving
more,
the mics would be annoying though.
Yeah, it would just be way too much work in general every day, or every week rather.
Yeah, so rather I think we'd want to wait until we can afford to buy a new mic, new camera and stuff, so we could just keep it set up.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go and move it every day, because especially with my stuff at my desk, like I stream every night.
Yeah.
And you guys should see the bottom of my desk. It's like Cord City
down there. It'd be the equivalent of like if you just have your gaming set up and then like every Thursday your like roommate or your mom would come and be like, hey, yeah, I need to use this room. And so you'd have to like move it to like somewhere else. It's like, it's not impossible. It's just a hassle.
Yeah. So it's definitely something we'll do eventually. And I definitely especially want it during summer, because it is awful having to sit at this little desk, like all close to each other, be next to the mic and stuff. It'd be nice.
Yeah. So it's definitely something we want to do. And it's something we've talked about offering as like an additional like level or tier to Patreon,
which we are working on, but Patreon won't connect our Twitch to it currently, so I'm trying to figure that out, because I don't want to connect it unless we can get our Twitch on it too.
Yeah, so that's something we're looking into currently, and I think that'd be like a pretty decent like offering.
Yeah, even because, if we don't if we decide not to as a Patreon, maybe someday we could just do that for all of our episodes, and that would still be pretty cool.
Yeah, and just maybe like offer it as like an early thing on Patreon or something like that.
Yeah, also if you have any ideas for Patreon, please let us know. So far, we just have like early access and then podcast shout outs and many episodes 1 to 2 times a month, depending on which tier you are.
Yeah.
Like we probably have 3 tiers. Like
yeah, we have some ideas, but if there's anything
$3,
in particular,
$5, and $10 or something.
Yeah, anything in particular you want to see.
Yeah, because we're kind of clueless here.
Patreon, because we don't mind offering additional content. We just don't know what you'd want.
Yeah, I've just been looking at other podcasts and seeing what they offer and trying to like low-key copy them. So yeah, let us know what you personally want, but the video thing we really, really want to do. So hopefully we'll get some more money coming in and pay our bills and prioritize some other stuff, and then eventually buy another camera.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I think that's all we have for this week.
It is. Thank you, all 3 of you. Thank you for the questions. Really appreciate it.
I thought you were going to say, thanks all 3 of you for watching.
No, we have more than 3 people watching at least. We have at least 7.
At least 2.
But if you want to send us any questions of your own, you can on any of our social medias. So we are Bunebape on Instagram, YouTube, on Twitch. But on Twitter, we are Bunebapeosrs. You could also join our Discord via Twitch. We don't have the command for it anymore because someone took advantage of that to be an awful human. So you have to scroll down on the page.
Or if you're on YouTube, they are in the descriptions.
Yeah, so it's a little extra effort than just having to type Discord, and you can easily harass us.
Yeah.
So join there. We have literally a question tab that you could go and just ask whatever questions you want us to answer. You can also just join anyway, because people are always like helping each other do stuff in game and like sharing their achievements. And we also do weekly bond giveaways.
We do weekly giveaways. Yes. And feel free to join if you're interested in any game. We do have people that are interested in plenty of games, from Destiny to
Phasmophobia.
Plenty of other games.
Sometimes they'll share Animal Crossing pictures.
Yeah, it's nice. It's becoming more of a gaming community, which is kind of what I wanted.
Yeah, we didn't want it to be just old school RuneScape.
Yeah, which is nice. So yeah, feel free to
it is
come
still mostly
and join
RuneScape,
and hang out.
Yes, and you can share pictures of your pets as well.
You have any plans coming into the week?
This week, I don't know what I want to do. I want to figure out what I want to do with my life. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good plan.
Not even like real life. I mean, in game.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good plan in general.
I need to reignite my passion for RuneScape. Maybe I need to go back to the Slayer Helm grind. Well, I was trying to do that, but it was like, oh dang, I forgot how slow this is.
Yeah.
Trying to get totem pieces sucks.
It sure does.
But yeah, I'm just figuring it out. Maybe I'll try some other smaller games. If any of you guys want to play any little games with me on stream, like that Scribble It thing, like Pictionary, let me know. I'm down. Play Among Us too. That'd be cool. I don't have anyone to play with now that Dora's gone. But what about you? What are you planning?
I'm going to be playing more RuneScape, funny enough. Yeah, I'm going to be doing more of the minigame. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to be...
hopefully getting that outfit.
Getting my alt buffed up a little bit more. It's funny because I'm over at Sand Crabs because I just like wanting to do stuff AFK. So I'm at Sand Crabs in full obsidian and just like one-shotting these crabs.
Oh my god.
It's
what
just
did they
like
do to you?
It's just like a slaughter fest. But
when are you gonna do the Sins of the Father soon?
I hope whenever I get a chance, maybe once I'm done with this next video.
I know it is a lot of effort to do that quest.
Yeah, and it's gonna be 3 quests, and yeah, the quests are very long. So I think after I'm done with this video that I'm working on currently, and maybe I'll do a little bit more Vorkath, then I'll have some time to myself where I can go and finish off that alt account and finally get it to Sins where it has destined to be since its creation
500 years ago.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully I get that done relatively soon. I'm just getting up my strength more and more to make that fight a little bit easier.
It's a pretty hard fight.
Yeah, that boss is a little bit difficult, but yeah, that's
sure it'll work.
Pretty much it.
Making monies.
Yeah, make monies. So that's about it. Yeah. So thanks everyone for listening and watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Yep. And we'll see you all next week. Yep. And stop by my stream, twitch.tv/Bunebape. Sorry. Final plug. Stop by the stream. See y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye. Meet